Good night.
Yes.
Jemiah Jones is checking out.
I think she's in testing.
Oh, are they testing?
Still, yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, I knew I had two already, but I didn't know she was.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to write equations of lines that are parallel and perpendicular. So parallel have same slope. Perpendicular lines, you take the slope, you make it opposite in sign, and you flip it. And in order to get the slope of the equation that you need to write from, it's got to be in slope-intercept form. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, turn to page 271 in your book. All right, we're going to be looking at example number 1 at the bottom. It says, write an equation of a line that passes through the point -3, 1 and is parallel to y equals 2x plus 1. And we're only going to express this in point slope today. We'll do the slope-intercept tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the y minus y1. I'm going to leave a little space for my slope, x minus x1. So that is my starting equation. Is everybody okay with that? Your y minus your y1 equals your slope, which I've got to fill in the blank here in just a minute, x minus x1, and it's x minus -3, which makes it positive. Are we okay with that? Now, what does the term parallel mean? The same slope. So, in order to know what the slope is, it has to be in slope-intercept form, which this is. What is the slope of this line? 2. So, if my line has the same slope as y equals 2x plus 1, then my slope is 2. And that's where we're going to stop. Yeah, we're going to do it in slope-intercept form tomorrow, but we're going to leave it in point slope today. Okay. All right, let's look. If you'll look with me on page 272, we're going to do checkpoint 1. Okay.
Wait, so is that the solved problem?
That is the equation of the line parallel to y equals 2x plus 1 that goes through -3, 1.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha, yeah.
I'm not solving anything, I'm writing the equation. Okay, so everybody look on page 272 at checkpoint 1. So it says, write an equation of a line that passes through -2, 5, that's my point, and is parallel to y equals 3x plus 1. So the first thing that we're going to do is y minus y1. We're going to leave a space for our slope, x minus x1. So if it's parallel to y equals 3x plus 1, has the same slope as y equals 3x plus 1. So what is the slope? 3.
I really feel like I should just put it in point slope. This is really getting on my nerves.
That is point slope.
I want to put it in slope-intercept.
We will tomorrow. So just hold on. You can do it. That's fine. But all I'm doing is checking this. Okay, let me give y'all one to try on your own. Write an equation of a line through the point -2, -5 that is parallel to y equals 1/3 x plus 7. Write me the equation of a line that goes through -2, -5 that is parallel to y equals 1/3 x plus 7.
There's nothing to calculate.
I'm just checking my work.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
Okay, the first thing we want to do, y minus y1. Two negatives make a positive. We'll leave my slope blank, x minus x1. Now, is anybody having a problem with writing that part? So, if my slope of y equals 1/3 x plus 7 is parallel to my line, what is my slope? 1/3. Are we okay? Okay, so now I want to talk about perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular lines form 90-degree angles. Or right angles. Their slopes are opposite in sign and reciprocal, which means flipped. Okay, so we're going to write an equation. Here's an example. It's not in your book. So write an equation of a line through the point 2, -4, perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 3. I'm going to give you a second to write that down. So the first thing that we want to do is write our y minus y1. What's that going to be? Y what? Okay, so y plus 4 equals, we're going to wait on our slope.
Why do we have to wait?
I just do this for consistency's sake. This is easy enough to plug in. Now, if it's perpendicular, then it's opposite in sign and flipped. So what is my slope of y equals 2x minus 3? What's the slope?
2 over, -2 over 1.
All right, no, it's positive 2 over 1. That's my slope of this line. The slope of this line is 2. Y'all agree?
Yeah.
So the slope of the perpendicular line, if this is positive, this one's going to be?
Negative.
If this is 2, how do you flip a whole number?
Put it over
Turn it up.
All right, so would you agree that 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1? So when you flip 2 over 1, it becomes what? 1/2. So that's all you have to fill in right here. So what happens, I'm going to give you the one, we're going to do the same thing. Perpendicular to y equals 3/2 x plus 4. We're going to write an equation that's perpendicular. That's a perpendicular symbol right here. Okay, so write that down. Y plus 3, leave your space for your slope, x plus 1. Now, what is the slope of this line? No, slope 3 over 2. So what is the slope of my perpendicular line? -2/3. So do you see, if this is positive, this one's got to be negative. This one's 3 over 2. We flip that to 2 over 3. Okay, I want you to try one on your own. All right, write me that equation. Shh. We're going to write one perpendicular to. That is the symbol for perpendicular. I just said that about a minute ago.
Not you, it's not. I was talking to Lloyd.
Okay, so let's write y minus y1. What's going to go here? Plus 2. Leave a space for your slope. What's going to go in here? Okay, so what is the slope of this line right here?
1/4.
No, -4. What is the slope of my perpendicular? You didn't listen to my question. I asked for the slope of this line. I'm asking for the slope of this line.
Oh.
Now, the slope of the perpendicular, if this is negative, this one is positive. If this one's 4, it is 1/4. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Alright, we're gonna go with
I messed up by putting -1/4.
Okay, so we just got to be careful to keep the signs opposite. Okay. Well, let's practice some in your notes. Turn to page 278, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. These are going to go in your notes. You're not going to turn these in. Okay? Not this section anyway. So they're wanting you to write the equation of the red line. Does everybody see the red line on number 1 in your book on page 278? So let's go ahead and write y minus y1 equals x minus x1. So do you see that they gave you the point that they want you to use on the red line? Now, do you see, what are these lines? Are they parallel or perpendicular? Okay. They're more parallel in the book than my drawing. Do they give you the slope of the other line?
No. Yes.
Look at the top. Look right above the blue line. What does it say? Y equals 2x. What is the slope of the blue line? And if these are parallel, then what's the slope of the red line? 2. That's all you got to do. Okay? So, I want you to do 2 through 4 in your notes.